so this is a relatively new purchase. I had impulse bought it. Of course it's me, so it's a new camera. But from the future. There's only ever been a few cameras in my life that I've ever, like, really wanted. More recently, like, this one. And I saw it on MVP one of the nights I was browsing. Oh, how do I open this thing? Yeah. I'm genuinely so excited to have this. Where is it? Hold on, what else do we got? We got something here. This is gonna be the camera. And I think that's all. Yes. Oh, these accessories and stuff. Okay. Instruction manuals, cords and stuff. Okay. Oh, and okay. No, this is what I specifically needed. It's time for the holy grail. I absolutely love unboxing new cameras. Oh, I got the DJI Osmo Pocket. Oh my god. You see, like, I've in the last several months, I've bought, you know, Sony mirrorless cameras, Canon SLRs, even, you know, world's smallest night vision cameras. But I don't think anything has had me as excited as I am for this. Is there any juice to this thing? Oh my god, there is. There is. Wait, obviously, wait. I don't know if it's really working. It's a 3-axis gimbal camera. Wait, I think that's 1, 2. Oh, we sent. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Flip. There we go, and it turns around to me. Oh my god. So no matter where I go, the gimbal follows me. I think it's a touchscreen too. Flip the camera around. Okay. Or I could swipe up, hit that, and the gimbal turns around and faces me. Now, I know this is the Osmo Pocket 1. This is the first generation. There's since been 2 more, the Pocket 2 and the Pocket 3. Pocket 3 has been like the most famous one yet. This one was on sale for a really good price, so I figured I'd get it. It was a very much impulse buy. I have to definitely test it out. There's an app that comes with it, so I want to definitely see if I can get that app working. So thankful it came with the instruction kit. There's also 2 new accessories that I want to get for this. One of them is like a remote that fits in the spot of this right here. I just have a Type-C adapter. It also comes with a lightning port adapter. And I'm pretty sure there's also supposed to be like a normal one, but I guess I don't have that, so I'll just use the Type-C one. And I wonder if... There we go. Okay, so on the touchscreen, I double tap my face, and now it's gonna follow me, even if I'm holding it still. I gotta get me a SD card to put in this. Let me power it off right now, and then it goes right back in there. I can either use this little case right here, I believe. Yeah, or use this. I did not know it was gonna come with this case. I genuinely did not. I could put it right in here, clip that in. There we go. There's the protective case. That second accessory I was talking about is like a charging case. It's like a sphere version of this that you could use, but the adapter I was talking about, a little insert right here that you can control and stuff like that, wouldn't be able to do it. So I think I'd only be able to get one of them. I need an SD card. 2 new things I kind of recently bought. Boom Boom Changer from the 2024 Sentai series, Boom Boomja. Boom Boom Change. Straight from Japan. And then the Pocket. Oh my god. Now ideally, because there hasn't really been any vlogs on this channel in the longest time, so I was thinking like, oh, this was very cheap. Let me get it. And mind you, this is a well-used model. It looks practically new. That's one thing I absolutely love about MVP, is all the gear is in like pristine. They do an amazing job. What SD cards do I have? 32, 64. Let me use this 32 gig real quick. Now let me quickly, the settings I can look through. Quality, there we go. Superfine video is not available at this current resolution. Okay, I don't care. You should be able to change it, because this does shoot at 1080p, 120 frames a second, and 4K at 60 frames a second. Maybe we can have 4K vlogs? But yeah, no, ideally this would be like my new vlog camera. There we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. This is the test of the DJI Osmo Pocket. Us walking around. Now again, there is a little screen. I knew the camera was going to be very small, which is actually bigger than I figured, but I think the screen is smaller than I figured, even though I obviously saw the size comparison. But let me see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's recenter. 1, 2, 3. Flip it around. There we go. Went over here. Went over that way. Here we go. Here, this is the setup we're working with right now. We got the overhead camera. And we got my cell phone. Dude, this thing's so sick. So this was like the first vlog camera. This is what then was supposed to replace that. I ended up going back to my T7i, which I do have two. One of them's a webcam now. And then once in a while, it was actually then almost entirely on my phone. But now we are on here. I want to definitely see the audio capabilities, because I do have lavalier microphones. Not the DJI version. I have the Fifine, which is like a knockoff DJI, even though Fifine's like the company I work with. I'm really interested to see this footage now. You see, it's going to take me a little bit of use to getting to look at the screen, getting a look at the lens and not the screen itself. Oh my god, so yeah, this one has obviously picture, video, slow-mo, time-lapse. The time-lapse one I'm going to really want to test out. That is so incredibly sick, this little thing. I'm going to definitely do a lot of tests. Like, what time is it? It's like 5:30. I could definitely go out and just walk around, test it out. I want to see what I can do about hooking up mics to it and changing the resolution. That's a big one. Okay, and this is like a little outdoor walking along test of the Osmo One. I want to see how stable it is moving around, like on an actual walk. On top of that, with the audio too, with the wind, cars driving past, especially this big ass gust of wind right here. There we go. This is like the spot of all the run and gun vlogs. So hopefully with this little thing, we could start doing them again more and more. Because, you know, this isn't as massive and bulky as any of my other cameras. So say I wanted to take it to the gym or whatnot, I could. Even as like another little like backup camera, this will be, because everything I have is labeled as like collection and then active camera. This might be number 13 or 14 active camera, which is mental. A couple years ago, I would have dreamed to have one. As I'm walking around using this thing, I kind of like, especially right there, I kind of keep seeing different ideas and different ways I could use that little control panel. I'll put a picture of it right here. This is used, so I'm gonna have to definitely like see how the battery life is. It was at like 70 something when I opened it up. Took one video, it was down to like 60 something, and I was like, I don't know. But then again, it charged to like 80% in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna definitely kind of see how things are. They do have a DJI Mimo app, which is not on the App Store. Took me forever to figure out how to get it to work. Finally gotten it installed, and I have to take the case off. Not a thick case, nothing. It was like the smallest case I've ever had in my entire life. I have to take the case off every time I want to plug it in via Type-C adapter. And so it makes that a little bit harder, because you can use your phone as the control panel, but you have to have it plugged in. There's a couple of different accessories I want to get. So one of them is definitely that, you know, joystick control. There's a couple of accessories I want to get. One of which is like a little mount stand to where, you know, Osmo sits on one side, phone sits on the other. So it's plugged in, so it's stabilizing both of them. Because that was my biggest issue so far, was, say, the phone was heavy on one side or the Osmo was heavy, depending on which way I'm leaning.
it always ends up like disconnecting. So that made it irritating. But one thing that I really like about this little Osmo is it has time-lapse feature, which my T7i does, which is one thing I absolutely love, especially for when I was making, you know, the OG vlogs. I use the time-lapse feature a lot. And then when I started making vlogs on this channel, I use the time-lapse feature a lot. This one has a time-lapse feature. On top of that, it has to where you could start, you could pick your starting frame, and you could pick the last frame, and it like does a cool pan, which 6 or so years ago on the main channel, I made a video making a little mount for that specific reason. A little egg timer, quark, phone mount, to where you would start the timer, flip it to like 30 minutes or whatever, and it would slowly turn all the way around. That only worked for like 1 or 2 time lapses before the whole thing ended up breaking on me. So it's really cool to have, you know, have that feature. I've only seen it through the app, so I don't know if I could do it via the camera itself. I know the Pocket 3 you can, because it has the actual big screen on it. This is very similar to the Osmo 2, where it's just a tiny little built-in screen, which I have to definitely get, you know, that's definitely going to be some, you know, getting used to. And the same thing, I want to get like whatever the biggest SD card I can get for this camera, whether it's 128 gig. If I can get like a 256, that would be fucking awesome. There's so many things. I'm actually really hyped that I found the control adapter I was talking about on MBP, because realistically, I'm never using, based on, if I don't end up getting that phone holster, then I'm not gonna ever have this Type-C adapter on. So if I have the option to get that little control panel, that would be sick. But then I have to get like new cases and shit like that. Oh yeah, I also tried using the external mics, and I don't really know how they sound. If they sound good, I'll try using them for a vlog. If they don't, I'll try seeing what I can do for an alternative. There's just no good way to mount it, like at all. So I'm gonna have to definitely see. But yeah, this was the DJI Osmo Pocket 1. Hopefully with the return of the vlogs. And yeah, I'll see you guys at some point.